Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Mother's Day to all our moms out there. I hope you guys were great for your mom yesterday. And guys, it's May 11th, so we got about a month left in school. You guys can do this. I'm so proud of you guys for continuing to engage and send me work and send your other teachers work. You guys are doing a great job, so keep it up. You guys keep doing your best. I'm really proud of you. All right, today we have Dr. Seuss, The Zacks. This is a silly book about two characters who are pretty stubborn. So let's see if we get the lesson out of this Dr. Seuss story that we're looking for. The Zacks. One day, making tracks in the prairie of Prax came a north-going Zacks and a south-going Zacks. And it happened that both of them came to a place where they bumped. There they stood, foot to foot, face to face. Look here now, the north-going Zacks said. I say, you are blocking my path. You are right in my way. I am a north-going Zacks, and I always go north. Get out of my way. Now, and let me go forth. Who's in whose way? Snapped the south-going Zacks. I always go south, making south-going tracks. So you're in my way, and I ask you to move, and let me go south in my south-going groove. The north-going Zacks puffed his chest up with pride. I never, he said, take a step to one side. I'll prove to you that I wouldn't change my ways if I have to keep standing here 59 days. There they are arguing. And I'll prove to you, yelled the south-going Zacks, that I can stand here in the prairie of Prax for 59 years, for I live by a rule that I learned as a boy back in south-going school. Never budge, that's my rule, never budge in the least, not an inch to the west, not an inch to the east. I'll stay here, not budging, I can and I will, if it makes you and me and the whole world stand still. Sorry guys, I had to let the dogs out. Well, of course, the world didn't stand still. The world grew in a couple of years. The new highway came through, and they built it right over those two stubborn Zacks and left them there, standing unbudged in their tracks. So even though they didn't move, the world kept moving around them. And there you see, they built a bridge right over them. And that's the end of that story. That was really short, so I'm going to read one more silly book. But first I want to talk about that book. I think even though it's short, I think Dr. Seuss makes a big point that when you're arguing with someone or you're so invested in fighting about something, that the world keeps going on around you and the rest of the world is going to keep moving forward and they're going to forget about what you're arguing about or what you're mad about, and they're going to move to what's in the future. So you gotta leave your arguments in the past and move on to the solutions of the future and how we can always move forward. So remember that if something or someone seems like they've upset you, that moving forward and getting past it is our goal, and learning to calm down and do our best to move on and be okay with whatever upset us, so that we can be the best people we can be and we can move forward and help things get better. So that was, I think, a good lesson in that book, that you don't always have to get your way and you don't always have to win, but moving forward is the goal. So I think that was a really cool story. Now for a super silly story to end our read aloud. It's called Too Many Daves. Did I ever tell you that Mrs. McCabe had 23 sons and she named them all Dave? Well, she did, and that wasn't a smart thing to do. You see, when she wants one, she calls out, "Yoo-hoo, come into the house, Dave." And she doesn't get just one. All 23 Daves of hers come on the run. Look at all those Daves. The house doesn't even look big enough for all those Daves. This makes things quite difficult at the McCaves, as you can imagine, with so many Daves, and often she wishes that when they were born she had named one of them Bodkin Ben Horn, and one of them Hoosfoos, and one of them Snim, and one of them Hotshot, and one of them Sunny Jim, and one of them Shadrach, and one of them Blinky, and one of them Stuffy, and one of them Stinky, and another one Putt-Putt, another one Moonface, another one Marvin O'Gravel Balloonface, and one of them Ziggy, and one Zoggy Muff, one Buffalo Bill, and one Biffalo Buff, and one of them Sneepy, and one Weepy Weed, and one Paris Garters, and one Harris Tweed, and one of them Sir Michael Carmichael Zut, and one of them Oliver Bolivar Butt, and one of them Zanzibar Buck Buck McFate. But she didn't do it, and now it's too late. There she is getting run over by her Daves. And that's the end of that story. That's going to be the end of our read aloud for today. It's kind of a short one, but some really funny Dr. Seuss stories there. I think the message in that story is just to be silly and use words to your advantage. All those names he makes up in that last part are just things he made up to sound good. And sometimes when you're writing poems, which some of us will be doing this week, it's better for the word to sound good than have great meaning. So sometimes it's fun to just make things sound good or be fun. So I think that was kind of the lesson about that story. I don't think there's a great lesson unless you guys are going to have 23 kids. Don't name them all the same thing, but that's probably not the lesson. I think being silly and having fun with words is the lesson with that one. Well, I hope you guys have a great Monday. If you guys need anything from me, you guys know how to find me. Reach out. I'm always here for you. I love hearing from you guys and seeing all your work. You guys are doing great. Keep it up, guys. I'm proud of you. 1 month left. Happy Mother's Day again to all our moms out there. You guys are the best. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.